Do you have the money on board?
Hey, Bob.
And advise when you get parachutes and everything up.
I will keep you posted. We have one more request. We ask those passengers to go back on the taxi strip between the two runways. There's no reason for them to be standing there. They're only going to create confusion and some apprehension, so please direct those passengers to move back about 200 yards onto the common taxiway, please. Right now, that's our contingency plan, but that's why we want everybody back away from this thing so that we're the last ones to go if that situation arrives, that opportunity avails itself.
Can you check and see how long that fuel truck's going to take and give me a time on it?
You're talking about Mexico City, Just watching those people, I think if we get them away from the airplane, then it gives us a chance if we have to. If we can't get this thing fueled, we're all going to have to run for it, so we're trying to get them alerted to this possibility, so we get the people out of here, then we wouldn't have to worry about them.
Okay, we've been advised that the passengers will be allowed to take a bus to the terminal, and you can advise Al, if he doesn't know already, that they should stand fast back there and wait for ground transportation.
Anyway, so we can be sure there's no people on that runway, or we can have lights on, whatever, but just to check the runway and be radio controlled on this frequency. They need that second fuel truck. Can you tell us how many pounds the first ton put on?
He's not pretty well. I'm trying to figure out the configuration he wants to fly it in.
Confirm the 10 stewardesses are off, or are they still on?
The stewardesses are off, and the fuel truck can come on up and fuel, and you better get another one to stand by, too.
Okay, I'll continue copy. They're going to need a fourth fuel truck.
Stewardesses are in the automobile. Don't worry about it. Just get over here and start pumping gas.
Al Lee, can you flag that fuel truck up? I can't get him to move. He doesn't have a radio.
He's at the fuel truck. We have two of the three stewardesses in the car. We have one remaining with the individual, and he's not going to let her leave the aircraft at this time. We do want the fuel truck to come up, and if
they're in the car. Don't worry about the stewardesses. They need the fuel truck. Okay, he wants fuel and he wants it now.
I hope that thing is full. If it isn't, you better get another truck out here so we can maintain continuity of filling this aircraft up. He's getting awfully antsy.
We're working on it.
Al, we had one further request, and so far we haven't seen it. We requested meals, and we haven't seen them yet. What's the status of that? The meals are on board. How did it get on board? That's contrary to what's going on up here, Al. He's not going to let her come off right now, and we're trying to work out a way that we can get her up here somehow before we go. Right now, he wants her to sit back there with him during takeoff and not to go forward to the tourist class section. We've got a long way to go, and he's getting antsy, and that's our problem right now. And we've only got 26 grand. We're just half done with the refueling. And we want to ensure that we've got continuity of trucks coming out here so we can maintain this refueling.
I'm going to have to go unpressurized. Of course, he wants the gear down for some reason. He wants to find. He seems to know a little bit about an airplane. He says we'll have to go unpressurized. So he seems, I don't know where he picked that up. He says we'll have to go below 10,000.
You have your fuel?
About full.
That possibility I read on TV a little while ago, it is a possibility if it was the same thing used in reference to an Air Canada flight after the parachute.
So if you're going all the way to Mexico City, the gear down at flaps at 15, I think you're going to maintain stops of roughly that length. After your first leg, you're in the middle of the first leg, obviously you'll be able to calculate, or you'll be able to observe what the actual fuel flow is, and we'll know a heck of a lot better than we can tell you at this moment. But anything beyond 500 to 600 miles would be pretty shaky. You have to go to Mexico City in 500-mile jump, so to speak. The next good choice would be Yuma, Arizona.
Now, fuel truck is up. It's there, has been removed. We're going to now leave the area. Forward door has been closed. The app door is open. He has deferred, or he has agreed to allow us to take off with the chair in a full upright position. And we're now ready to get underway. He just called up and said to get the show on the road, and so we're going to have to take those flight plans in the air, Paul.
That's okay. You have a couple of alternate possibilities short of Reno, so you're not on too bad a ground there, and we'll keep you posted as best we can.
Okay, sir, thank you. I hope for something to happen here that, but you go ahead and pull out, we're gonna get her cranked up here now, so we'll see you later. We will be unpressurized and, indicated, hope to stay below 10,000 feet. Paul, thinking out loud here, but I suggested to the departure that they get us out over the coastline and head us in a southerly direction. So if possible, we might be able to dogleg like to get over as far as mountain through the Reno area.
That's not going to add appreciably to your range. You do have choices of Medford, for example, and Red Bluff to land at, just in case range becomes more critical. We have a little better information on range, but we won't bother you with it right at this moment if that's okay.
That's fine, Paul. Thanks. And his request a couple of minutes ago, let's get the show on the road, so we'll take leave of you here for a few moments while we position ourselves for takeoff. The girl is ready for taxi. We got 3 hours and 40 minutes to fuel. And cleared to Portland. Victor 20, maintain 10,000. And rate expected fuel size and transponder 3100. Okay, I'll put 305. We'll taxi back up 34 left and we're clear to Portland. Wire Victor 23, maintain 10,000. And 3100 transponder code. 305, checking on the map. Victor 23 all the way south. The highest smoke is 10,000. That looks about like the best to get you down Medford and then go all the way into Sacramento. Okay, fine. We've advised our company that this may be the best approach to go. We haven't really had time to check it out, but of course, somewhere along the coast would be best. Our company indicates to us that, well, you probably heard of Paul saying that it wouldn't add appreciably to our, liking. Victor 23, you're over the valley most of the way, and it's populated most of the way. From Victor 23 all the way down, it looks to us like the best. Okay, fine. That's a lot of it. That's all. Okay, clear to Sacramento. And maintain 10,000. How about the routing Victor 23? We haven't got our maps down here yet. I haven't really had a chance to look at it. Okay, Victor 23 all the way to Sacramento. We advise that we'll be trying to make her up to altitude any way we can here. No restrictions at all. You climb the best way you can do it. Thank you. You do get on top of 1,000 and let center know because they're go behind you and probably trailing along with you. Real probably be clear for takeoff when you're ready and the wind is 180 feet. On the right, a little left. Silent's fine if you'd rather have the long one, the left one's fine. It's your choice. Okay, with this method. Okay. 305 yards. Clean configuration as far as the back step. That's it, bro. Are you going to go with the gear down? Yes, sir. Down at 160 knots. We can't give you a fuel flow figure yet, but we're holding 160 indicated, which is approximately 5 knots above the flat bug, and we're holding 7,000 feet indicating, let's see, 160, and the fuel flow is 4,500 across.
Okay, well, you're obviously going to be too far configuration, and so your next problem, best we can see it here to determine whether or not the guy is gone. If he is, great. If not, you're going to definitely have to land somewhere short of Reno.
Okay, I think maybe we'll try to go to 15 degrees on the flaps, Paul, and try to get up to, we'll indicate that 170 as you suggested.
Yes, 170 knots indicated and 10,000 feet, or actually the higher the better, with your oxygen mask on, of course, which is not a half bad idea if you got the cabin real high, if you read me. The higher the better in terms of range, up to, you're not going to be able to go above about 17, and 170 knots indicated, and the higher the cabin is, of course, the better if you guys are on oxygen.
Roger, we understand it. Right now, we'll leave 7,000 for 10 finish.
It occurs to me that the man in the back would have no way of telling whether the flaps were at 15 or 5, but this is strictly your decision. If you don't think you can get away with bringing him to 5, the drag will be less, but I wouldn't do it for a bit.
Roger, understand, Paul. We're going to go to 15 degrees now and begin our climb.
Good deal. A slightly slower climb speed would be a good idea.
In our discussions now with Miss Mucklow, she indicates that he has the knapsack around his person and that he apparently is planning on egressing through the aft stairs with the money knapsack around him and 2 of the shoes. That's his intent. And because we presented him with a series of alternatives or alternate cities in lieu of Mexico City, that he may well be leaving us at any time, if not already, because he was not concerned. He did not become argumentative after we told him that Phoenix was out and San